Coach Tumelo, thank you very much for your time, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm okay, and you, my brother?
Good. Yeah, you won, so you're smiling.
Yeah. It's work, man. What can you say?
My brother, this season, 2023-24 season, Coach Kevin Hunt and his technical team have given 12 players from the academy their senior team debuts, which is very commendable, and we commend Coach Kevin Hunt and his technical team as well as the youth coaches who prepared these players. I just want to understand from you, what is it that is happening in the Supersport United Academy that enables so many players to be able to be transitioned into the first team? Because 12 is such a huge number, you don't get to see that every day. So it's something that that is good for South African football, but we just want to understand what is happening in the Supersport United structures where so many players are produced for the first team.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I want to give a big up to our head coach, Coach Kevin Hunt. Not any coach in the PSL will give such a huge number to the young players, in the first team level. And not just to promote players, but they are playing. I think 6 or 4, they are always regular, they are starting now. You can see a game against Sundowns, I think 6 players or 4 players, they started the game against a big team. You understand? So it takes a big coach, to give these young boys an opportunity. You understand? And I think in the club, what works for us, number one, is scouting. You understand? Immediately, if you've got good coaches who can see talent, I think that's where it started. You need to know the players, you need to find the players, you need to get players that I can play in a higher level. You understand? So scouting is very important. It starts from there. From the technical aspect, I think Supersport, we focus more on long-term player development in terms of the physical conditioning. I think most of the teams like us, what works for us is the physical conditioning of our players. You understand? You can see they are growing. Once they are good physically, then the technical part, you can work on.
Coach, talking about scouting, the young man who was at wrestler last season. He comes into Supersport under 19s, and within weeks he's in the first team. Can you tell us how the process of scouting him and what happened, what Coach Kevin Hunt saw in him that so soon after arriving at Supersport he's now in the first team?
With Lucky, the first time I saw Lucky, we played wrestler away. I remember I went to Bay Hill. I started seeing Lucky there. Very good physically, he's got a structure, he's got speed, he's a finisher, he's a goal poacher, he's always sniffing for goals. You understand? He's good with 1v1, he can protect the ball very nicely. So we saw him from there when he played Resa. Then we follow up the boy. Coach Godfrey made the state work in terms of bringing him to the club.
Coach, that you said so many players. And for example, Shandre, I remember in far back as the under-13s in the GPL. So it's something that starts at the foundation phase. Now I want to understand in terms of the tactical, what did you do in different stages so that these boys continue to grow and be able to integrate with the first team at 18 and 19?
I think with Shandre, man, it's a very good journey. You can see me, I'm smiling with Shandre. Shandre started at the soccer schools with Coach Nick, David and them. I think it's from Coach David soccer schools. In our soccer schools, we work on the ball mastering. You understand? Then after that, the ball graduated to the academy. When you from the academy from the age of 13, we're teaching them how to play football, learn how to play football. You understand? Then coming to the 17 and 19s, when you're 17 and 19, we're more looking at the physical component. But on the 13 and 15, it's more on the technical ability of a player, just to sharpen up the technical ability. Once they grow, once they're 17, that's where now the more focus it become on the physical component and the technical component than the technique. Because the technique, if you get it right there on the under 13, if you get it right there when it's 8, when you do your ball mastery, when they're 15, 16, 17 going up, that's where we push them on the physical now.
Talking about physical, I think on a few occasions I've had the privilege of seeing Coach Ndaba working with his boys. I get teaching your coach.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job. You can see even when you reflect, even in our DDC, starting from January when we played, teams playing against us, they were cramping. You understand? Look at our academy. The boys, they run like machine, my man. They don't get tired. You will never get any academy player who will cramp. I think credit must go to our physical department, most especially Mr. Ndaba, who's working with these young boys.
I also noticed when one of them goes down, he's the first one to shout, hey, get up, get up.
Yes.
You had these situations of Supersport players always on the floor.
Yeah, it comes from the first team, Mr. Bafana. You know, he teach, you know, sometimes it starts from there, then it filters down. You look at our first team, if a player get injured, Mr. Bafana doesn't run to the field. So we work them more mentally because you know these players now, they are too soft, man. Anything that they are doing, if you kick them, look at the game that we play today, the opponent, anything that we touch, you can't play even 30 seconds of football. If you touch him, he falls down. So we try to build them the character. They need to be strong mentally. If you go and play in Africa, you understand, you need to be strong mentally. You understand? So if your players are too soft, if somebody kicks him, then he's on the ground. That's not how we want to grow our players.
Coach, not only is the senior team recognizing the work that you are doing in the academy, also the national teams. I've heard, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that from the initial list, they've now added they've added Miteo, they've added Tumelo. How are you as a coach and the coaches in academy feel when national structures recognize the work you do and call up your players to the national team?
I feel goosebumps. I'm very excited. We are in a good space as the academy, and I hope the world can see and recognize the job that we're doing. You understand? Look at the numbers that we're playing that are in the national team. I think we've got, is it 9? All our strikers, 3 strikers are there. You understand? And we still have a team. We're playing against Sundowns this Saturday, and we still have a competitive team. You understand? And I'm happy what we're doing, man. As an academy, I think things are looking good.
My brother, thank you very much for your time. Once again, salute to the academy coaches. You are doing a wonderful job, not only for Supersport, but for the country as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think, thank you so much, my brother. I think people, they can start recognizing the job that we're doing. Even us, you know, we eager to go and even assist. You know, I've been with the academy for so many years. I think 7 or 8. This boy Shandre, I was happy to see even Tenda Mudzimu coming in. I remember we scouted at TUT. I know his story. We were at TUT with Coach Kopo, Coach Junior, Coach Ricardo. We were still with them. We had, I think, almost 1,000 players. You understand? We only selected, I think, 2 or 3. You understand? And I remember people, they were complaining and say, hey, Supersport, how many players? Because we were looking for a talent. You understand? And see him from that group came from 1,000 of young players from TUT trials, playing, starting in the national team, playing in Africa. It makes my heart happy, man.
Wow. Hey, coach.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Sure.
Sure.